Let's join Maggie Linton on SiriusXM Urban View.
Well, welcome back. We continue with a natural way for you to energize your mind, body, and spirit. Dondi Dahlin is, along with her mother, Donna Eden, have combined their knowledge in the Little Book of Energy Medicine, the essential guide to balancing your body's energies. They're also creators of the Energy Minutes. Dondi is an award-winning actress, dancer, and energy medicine practitioner, and she loves to travel and explore, too. Hi, Dondi.
Hi, Maggie. Good morning.
Good morning to you, too. Thank you so much for joining us. Talk a little bit about your life and how you came upon this movement of energy.
Absolutely. My mom, Donna Eden, is a pioneer in the world of energy medicine. So I was virtually raised in her work from the time that I was a little girl. I remember being 5, 6, and 7 years old, and my mom showing me different ways to balance my energies so I would stay well, so I would stay healthy, so I wouldn't get the flu or I wouldn't get a cold from other kids at school. And so for me, it's been a part of my life always. I'm in my 40s now, and I have been a very healthy and happy human being. It also works on emotions and the mind, and it's a very positive way of life. Of course, when you're feeling good and you're healthy, you tend to be more positive. So I grew up in it with my mom.
Mm-hmm. Very true. And I have to tell you, your little memory card that you gave us, or memory stick that you gave us, I've really gone in and looked at it and have used it more than a couple times. I just love how you went to many different locations in order to film these quick little minutes.
Thank you.
It's like a travel log.
Yes, it is. Well, we travel all over the world with my mom. She teaches energy medicine all over the world. In fact, just a couple of days ago, we got back from Ireland, England, and Portugal, and she has a school in England. So what her and me and my sister do is we film 1-minute clips around the world, and we call them energy minutes. And basically what they are is it's 60 seconds of a very simple energy medicine technique that people can do. They don't have to have any experience in the field of natural healing. They just watch the energy minute and do the technique with us. You can do most of them sitting down or standing up. Even people who may be bedridden can do them. And they work on everything. We cover migraine headaches and colds and flu and allergies, or just lethargy, just somebody being really, really tired and not wanting to live their day. We'll give a little technique that they can do to get their blood pumping, their mind more clear, and actually build their immune system so they can stay healthy. And we really enjoy going around and filming these. And they can be accessed for free. People can find them on YouTube under the Wednesday Energy Minutes. They come out every Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So I'm really happy that you're enjoying them.
Yeah, and because they're so simple. They're so simple to give such wonderful relief, and so often, you're sitting at that desk and you're feeling tired and everything, and just getting up and doing some breathing and kind of moving your arms can make such a difference for staying there.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. I really want people to know how simple natural healing can be and how effective and how quick it can work. I think that a lot of people feel that if they let's say they're at their desk working on their computer and they have a headache, they'll reach for an aspirin or an ibuprofen because they'll think, well, it's quick and I have to get through my work day and I have to do this. Well, 60 seconds is also really quick of doing an energy medicine exercise that can take that headache away and prevent others. So thank you for saying that. I do want people to know how simple it is.
Yeah. Of course, a lot of people have colds right now and or congestion of some type, or sometimes even, the starting of a headache, as you were saying. And the crown pull is one of those really easy things to help get rid of it.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Okay, I will. The crown pull is wonderful. So let me explain the head a little bit, because we can do the crown pull together, and it takes place on the head. So there are actually plates in the skull that are supposed to be kind of buoyant. But when blood leaves the head, which it does when somebody is stressed, and most people experience stress every day, especially in Western societies, the blood leaves the forebrain of the head, and these plates actually move closer together. And so that can bring on the headache. It can feel like your head is literally stuck. So what the crown pull does is it opens up the pathways, and there are kind of like sutures or anatomical lines in the plates of the head where the bony plates of the skull join together. And I think people will know that, like when you have a newborn, you can actually feel those bony plates of the skull. So maybe people will know what I'm talking about. And we need the blood to flow through those sutures. And so I'll tell you how it works to get the blood flowing. If a person will take their hands and put their hands on their forehead. So you want your pinky finger, your little finger, kind of by the inside of your eyebrows, the index finger up by your hairline, and your palms can rest at your temples. So you'll have your hands on your forehead, and your fingers are facing each other, the fingers of the hands. And you will start to, with pressure, pull your hands away from each other all the way across your forehead. So you're actually pressing into the forehead and bringing your fingers out toward your temples. And then we like to shake off our hands. So we shake off the energy and then bring the hands up, but a little farther back on the head this time. So you're going up now to the hairline and pressing in. And so your hands, both of them, are on both sides of the head, and your fingers are at the very top middle of your head, like where you would have a middle part in your hair. And you press in and pull apart, and press in and pull apart. And you're going to do this all the way over your entire head, actually over the back of the head until you get down to your neck, pressing in and pulling apart and shaking off your hands in between. And that's the crown pull. And it could be tender for some people. You're going over a lot of acupressure points, and acupressure points are kind of like hot spots on the body that correlate with the organs of the body. So you can have acupressure points on your face that may correlate with your kidney or your gallbladder. And if you have sensitivities in those areas, when you do this with your hands, it may be tender. But that probably means that you really need it. You really need to open up these sutures in your head. And the good news is the more you do it, the less painful it is. And it kind of trains and reprograms the nervous system so you don't get headaches as much. And the more you do it, your body becomes more used to it. We're actually creating new habits with energy medicine, and that's the crown pull.
Yeah, and it really does make a difference, folks. It's just amazing how different it is. And again, you can go to learn I was getting ready to say I opened up the book. That's how I found out about it. But you also learnthefiveelements.com is a place to go. And then on YouTube, it is Wednesday Moves.
Wednesday Energy Minutes.
Wednesday Energy Minutes, okay?
That's it. If somebody goes to YouTube, they can just type in Wednesday Energy Minutes in the search box, and they'll get over 80 energy minutes. We've been filming them for over a year and a half now. Yeah. So somebody can just turn on their computer, click on one of the Wednesday Energy Minutes, and they'll keep playing through, and you can have all of these great free techniques to stay healthy.
Well,
And then if somebody wants to learn more about this, there are two websites. My mom's website, which is fantastic, it's learnenergymedicine.com, learnenergymedicine.com, and it will go more into depth. And then my own personal website is learnthefiveelements.com, and people can also access the energy minutes there.
yeah. But learntheenergymedicine.com is also a great location. Once again, we're talking with actress, dancer, and energy medicine practitioner, Dondi Dahlin. And we're going to take a break, but when we come back, more with her and a few other real good techniques, folks, that will, I think, really help you out as you go through your day. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Maggie Linton Show on Sirius XM Urban View. And now, let's join Maggie Linton on Sirius XM Urban View.
Welcome back. We continue with actress, dancer, and energy medicine practitioner, Dondi Dahlin. She, along with her mother, Donna Eden, the author of the books, The Little Book of Energy Medicine, The Essential Guide to Balancing Your Body's Energies. They're also creators of the Energy Minutes. And folks, I have to tell you, there's one thing on here that we hear a lot about, and that's high blood pressure. And many people are on medication for it. And you say you can take it down just using natural energy. Talk about that, Donnie.
Yes. High blood pressure can really, really be helped with energy medicine. And there are several techniques people can do. There's one I really like called the hookup. And the hookup is very, very simple. One of the reasons I like it is because it's kind of discreet. You can do it when you're at work. You can do it silently for a minute or two. It doesn't take very long, so I'll explain it. Right between your eyebrows, there's an acupressure point. Some people, especially in yoga, will refer to this as the third eye.
Right.
So it's that area between the eyebrows. And this area is a very important part of your nervous system. It's the first acupressure point on the nervous system. And when we bring our hands to that point, we can bring blood flow back to the brain. We can calm the nervous system. And so what we do with the hookup, which is what this exercise is called, we'll take one hand and we'll put it on that area. So usually you can get a couple of fingers on that area between the eyebrows on the third eye. Lightly hold that area. And with your other hand, you put your fingers at your belly button. And you gently, very gently, push in and pull up at the same time. So one hand at the third eye, the other hand at the belly button, pushing in and pulling up, calming the nervous system. There are also pathways on the body called meridians, and this actually connects two of the main meridians for a more calming feeling. So a lot of people use the hookup who might get panicked. They deal with anxiety, high blood pressure. Some people use it who deal with fainting spells and dizzy spells, and it just takes a minute or two to, again, push in and pull up, one hand in the belly button, the other between the eyebrows, and that's the hookup, and you want to just breathe normally and breathe naturally. You don't have to think anything when you're doing these exercises. You don't have to think positively. You know, you can actually sit and think about your sadness or think about your grief. And as you do these exercises, you'll find that grief and sadness or anxiety or nervousness doesn't overwhelm you anymore. So it's not trying to force your mind to think of something or not think of something. Let your mind do what it will, and doing these techniques taps into the chemistry of the body. And as we know, everything is connected, the brain, the mind, the physical, the emotional, and it really works. I love the hookup. It's one of my favorite exercises.
And again, done naturally, and over time, you really are going to calm your body down and make it someplace where high blood pressure just doesn't even exist.
Absolutely. These exercises will become so simple and part of your life, part of your daily existence. I do exercises while I'm doing the dishes. Sometimes I'll be in my car at a stoplight and I can take one hand off the wheel and do an exercise. And for instance, there's a really good one to wake yourself up if you're feeling fatigued behind the wheel, or if you're at a meeting at work. Can I tell you that one?
Oh, of course, because there are many of us that nod off in meetings.
Okay, great. Well, this one is about the thymus, and the thymus sits behind the sternum. So if you come down to your chest, it's kind of right in the middle of your chest. There's like a plate there. And the thymus is part of the lymphatic immune system. It's actually responsible for maturing and making infection-fighting white blood cells. But what happens to our thymus is that it actually will get smaller after puberty. And we don't want this. We don't want it to shrink after puberty. And some studies have been done, and it's theorized that this happens because as human beings, we've actually lost the instinct to activate it and thump it. So if you think about primates, gorillas, what do they do before they go into battle? What do they do to really get themselves up and wake up? They thump their chest. They're thumping their thymus. Mm-hmm. So if we thump our thymus, and I'm thumping mine right now, so my voice might vibrate.
And we can hear it.
If we thump our thymus every day, it not only builds our immune system, but gives us a boost of energy and can really wake us up. And that's one I like because it only takes one hand. It's simple. I do that one many times during the day. There are several I'll do many times during the day, not even knowing I'm doing them, but just because they're natural for me now. And they keep me feeling so good. I know that when I don't do them and I get too busy and they slip away from my schedule, I don't feel as good. Even my thinking is more foggy. I'm more foggy-brained.
Yeah, very true. You also, this one that I also really loved was the one that you did with the spoon on your feet.
Yes.
And another way, because all of our nerve endings go down to our feet.
All of the nerve endings, yeah.
All of them do. And it's just a simple way for anybody to get grounded.
Yes, absolutely. It's really, really easy. You can take a stainless steel spoon from your kitchen, and you basically want your shoes off, and you rub the spoon on the bottom of your feet. And this is one of the energy minutes people can look up really easily. Mm-hmm. I'm spooning my feet from a high mountain in Southern California. I'm doing it from about 7,500 feet, and people can find spooning the feet if they go to YouTube, and it's under the Wednesday Energy Minutes. And I think I'm wearing an orange dress in it, so they can find it really easily. And it explains all about spooning the feet, but it really is a good one. There are several exercises that are so grounding. There's another one similar to spooning the feet, but you just use your hands and you're massaging on the tops of the feet where we have gates. And gate reflexes are really interesting. They kind of run in between the toes, and they can get really kind of clogged up, and you can become fatigued just by a disturbance in your gaits or your walking gait or the feet. So we work a lot with feet, and massaging these gait reflexes in between the toes helps to ground you. It releases tension. It frees the energy that can become clogged, and it's a very, very easy one. So feet are it. And in energy medicine, we believe that no one has a body that functions in fragments. Nobody does. Our bodies are connected, our feet to our head, our neck to our hips. When people have back pain or they have problems in their back, like with herniated discs, they know the body is connected because when they turn their head a certain way, their lower back hurts.
Right.
And so we work with the whole body in energy medicine.
Yeah. And also you can do everything from top of the head to the bottom, techniques for improving romance, many different things. Once again, it is actress, dancer, energy medicine practitioner. It is Dondi Dahlin. Her book, again, is The Little Book of Energy Medicine. And you can find so much on the internet, in particular on YouTube, but also at she and her mom's two websites. Now, you say also that your mom actually healed herself from MS using these techniques.
Yes, my mom had a lot of health challenges, and it's the reason she got into this work. She had multiple sclerosis. She was actually born without a certain enzyme in her body, so she couldn't metabolize a lot of foods. At one time, as a little girl, she was only eating red meat. She couldn't even eat vegetables or fruits from the ground. And she had many, many, many allergies growing up. And it was years and basically decades of her trying to find a way to be healthy. And in short, Western medicine kind of gave up on her and said, we don't know what to do with you. And she started working with her natural energies. She did that in the beginning, through Chinese medicine and a practice called Touch for Health. And then she started creating her own exercises that helped her to walk again, because at one point she couldn't even walk. And so she's amazing. She's 72 now. She looks better than I do. She looks like she's 40 years old. She's youthful. She's vibrant. She has very, very, very few signs of MS. Maybe once or twice a year, she'll feel a little weakness in her legs. She'll do the energy medicine techniques, and she feels good again. So she is definitely a success story. We have so many success stories from people who have health challenges and come to us and get well through Eden energy medicine.
That's it. If there are so many ways that we can take care of our bodies. This is just one more. Folks, I highly recommend that you, if you don't get the book, then at least go to the website. YouTube has a lot, but also a couple of other locations. Dondi, anything you want to leave folks with? You got about 15 seconds.
Yes, I want folks to know you can be healthy without taking pharmaceutical medications every day. You really can, and Eden Energy Medicine supports that, and we want you to feel vibrant and joyful.
All right. Once again, it is actress, dancer, and energy medicine practitioner Dondi Dahlin. Her book is The Little Book of Energy Medicine, The Essential Guide to Balancing Your Body's Energies, written with her mom, Donna Eden. It's available at Amazon.com, lots of other locations. Check them out on YouTube at Wednesday Energy Minute, and also their two websites, LearnEnergyMedicine.com, and for Dondi's, it is LearnThe5Elements.com. Tomorrow, we'll chat with Jenny Landers, the playwright and producer of Menopause, the musical, cybersecurity expert Paul Oster with some caution about Apple Pay. Award-winning journalist Christina Stevens shares her time with Mother Teresa, and also author Tamar Cohen and her book, War of the Wives. All contact information on my Facebook page and website. Many thanks to producers Adele Coleman-Williams, Tony Fowler, and Saren Francis. Have a blessed rest of day. Until next time, seek peace.